This is how evil the government of President Paul Biya is. This is how wicked they are. The government of President Paul Biya is. What they cannot do, they want Cameroonians to do. I was just going through the Constitution of Cameroon today. That is the 1996 Constitution. And then I came across Article 66. And then I discovered the hypocrisy of the government of President Paul Biya. That for 28 years today, they are unable to declare their property before and after leaving office. But today, they are forcing all Cameroonians to declare their personal income tax, up to the point where they gave them a limited deadline, and the deadline is over. It was a 9th December 2024, and it's over. And upon that, they threaten all Cameroonians who have not declared their personal income tax that they will punish them. And the punishment is so severe because you will actually do nothing in Cameroon. You might obviously be sending people to do things on your behalf. You cannot make birth certificate, you cannot make ID card, you cannot do any transaction with your mobile money. You cannot pay electricity bill, you cannot even extend it to your house, apartment. So it is terrible. And when I came across this article, Article 66 of the 1996 Constitution, I cry for the people of Cameroon. If this is your first time joining TFA Talking Point, please subscribe to our channel. The article, that is Article 66 of the 1996 Constitution, says, the President of the Republic, the Prime Minister, members of government, and persons ranking as such, the President and members of the Bureau of the National Assembly, the President and members of the Bureau of the Senate, members of Parliament, senators, or holders of an elective office, secretaries general of ministry, and persons ranking as such, directors of the central administration, general managers of public and semi-public enterprises, judicial and legal officials, administrative personnel in charge of the tax base, a collection and handling of public funds, all managers of public vote and property shall declare their assets and property at the beginning and at the end of their tenure of office. This is Article 66 of the 1996 Constitution. It's saying 1996 up to date in 2024, 28 years. Not just one government officials has ever declared his asset or his property at the beginning and at the end. They refuse to do it. They refuse to obey the Constitution that is more powerful than any law in Cameroon. But they are forcing, intimidating, threatening Cameroonians to declare their personal income tax. And they will punish them without any conscience, without any guilt, without any problem, freely, as if they also are obeying. So what can we do under this kind of leadership? This is dictatorship. This is what Cameroonians are going through in the hands of President Paul Biya and the wicked set of people he selected all over Cameroon. The Minister of Finance stood up defending the bill. Parliamentarians voted in favor of it. And tax director talk about it, send communicate outside and giving Cameroonians limited time to declare the personal income tax, in which in their own conscience they know that the law of the country, that is Article 66, they refuse to obey. I keep on telling people that teach by example. That is the whole truth, and that is the principle of life. Teach by example, so that you will not be guilty when punishing somebody who failed to obey any order. President Paul Biya cannot punish, or any government official cannot punish any Cameroonians for not declaring his or her personal income tax, because they are guilty of the same crime. What can we do, Cameroonians? The only thing I keep on telling Cameroonians is that if there is a way, we all can stand up one day at the same time, the government of President Paul Biya will collapse. The very way the government in Syria, the regime in Syria, it failed. They will collapse. Because the system and the thing they have been used, the strategy they have been using is that if one region is standing up against the government, they will transfer military from one region to come and support the one in that other region. So they are struggling by all possible means to divide Cameroonians into small groups, so that it will be impossible for them to join together against the government. This is the truth, and this is the secret. This is the only thing that can liberate the people of Cameroon. But how can we join? When we have long truth. When we see tin sardine, we are confused. When we see a lot of bread, this douala bread that is like a wood, we are confused. When we see 500 francs, 2,000 francs, we are confused. The day President Paul Biya was coming back from where he went, from Europe, when all of us were confused, thinking that he was missing, university students who are in school learning, they asked them to go and support and march and do whatsoever. Welcome President Paul Biya, and after that they will give them 2,000, and then they abandoned them somewhere with some kind of confused amount of money, and they were there. This is the children we are building up to represent us tomorrow, but they are already involved in the system. They are training them so that they will be loyal, and Cameroonians will keep on being at the mercy of President Paul Biya. If we do not change by standing up, by refusing that we are not going to be slaves again under the leadership of President Paul Biya, we will remain as we are today. And they will keep on maltreating us. What they cannot do, they want us to do it. Is it because they have the power or what?